Hello and welcome to another jungling tips video. This is Commando Yi, and today I want to focus on one of my favorite ganking patterns, and that is the early bottom side gank. We'll be going over a number of different examples, starting with our first example as a Master Yi on the red team, starting at our topside red buff. We start at the topside red buff because this makes our early game ganks much stronger on Master Yi. We start pathing towards the bottom side of the map, and this particular footage is from a previous patch, which is why there is a Scuttle Crab in the river. After taking the Scuttle Crab, we're going to head towards the bottom lane, pathing behind the Tri-Brush. It is just after 2 minutes into the game, and everyone expects the jungler to be on the top side of the map. That is what makes it very unlikely that this brush will be warded, allowing us to pass through unseen, and we catch the enemy Morgana from behind, taking her down without even needing a flash. And at the same time, while we're ganking the bottom lane, we notify our top laner to watch out for the arrival of the enemy jungler. And sure enough, the enemy Hecarim, was following the standard jungle path of going from the bottom side of the map towards the top side, shows up in the top lane as expected. The advanced warning that we gave our top laner allows him to keep a safe distance from the enemy jungler. In this next example, we are the Master Yi on the blue team, starting at our bottom side red buff. And the same idea applies here as well. Instead of pathing from the bottom side jungle towards the top side, we're going to head towards the Krugs instead and clear their camp. Once again, around the 2-minute mark, we're going to path through the Tri-Brush and approach the enemy bottom lane through the brush in the river, coming at them from behind. We notice that the enemy bottom lane has not responded in any way to our presence, which confirms that there were no wards that we passed over. With our Blitzcrank low on health, we simply have to wait until the enemy Nautilus makes an aggressive play and we go in. We come in from behind, attacking the enemy Nautilus, saving our Alpha Strike for the inevitable flash that will follow, and we take down the enemy Nautilus. Following this, we use a red buff slow on the enemy Ezreal, allowing our Sever to pick up the kill. Once again, the reason this works so well is that we're ganking the bottom lane at a time when they expect us to be on the top side of the map. Now, you don't necessarily have to start at your red side buff, and you don't have to get to the bottom lane very quickly either. In this example, we're playing jungle Amumu and starting at our top side blue buff and working our way through the wolves, the raptors, and the red buff towards the bottom side of the map. While this path does allow us to reach level 3, this also gives the enemy team time toward the bottom lane. Nonetheless, we still have the advantage of the enemy team expecting us to be on the top side of the map as we're working our way towards the bottom side of the map. After clearing the red buff, we keep an eye on the bottom lane, and us seeing the enemy Zyra leave and come back into the bottom lane tells us that she has warded the bottom Tri-Brush to protect herself on Lucian as they pushed close to the turret. Having noticed this, we wrap around, coming towards the bottom lane through the river. We hug the wall as we arrive, hiding in the river brush, catching the enemy bottom lane by surprise. We hold our bandage toss as Alistar engages on Lucian, and we take down the enemy Lucian after he flashes. Once again, this works because the enemy team does not expect us to be on the bottom side of the map. In summary, if you want easy ganks on the bottom lane, either work your way towards the bottom side of the map early on before the enemy team has a chance to ward, or keep an eye on where they're going to ward as you go in to gank the bottom lane. This strategy is particularly effective against enemy bottom lanes that will beat your bottom lane early on.
If you love these videos and want to see more, do hit the subscribe button and use the bell icon to be notified on when the next video comes out. If you want to improve your in-game decision making, take a look through the playlist on the left, and if you want to learn some League strategies, take a look through the playlist on the right. You can also follow on Twitter, and if you want to support this channel directly, do click on the Patreon link to support this channel.